Starting a business means juggling a lot, and not just what customers see. There's operating agreements, compliance filings, and legal paperwork that all make up your business identity. That's a lot to manage on your own. Start your business with Northwest Registered Agent. They help you get more for your business, more privacy, more guidance, and more resources. Northwest has been helping small business owners launch and grow their businesses for nearly 30 years. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in the U.S., with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your local laws and can help you every step of the way. With Northwest, privacy is automatic. They never sell your data, and they give you free tools like operating agreements, meeting minutes, and thousands of how-to guides. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/OFD-free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/OFD-free. This is Optimal Finance Daily, 9 Tips to Simplify Your Finances by J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. As many of you know, I'm all about simplifying. We've done it with 99% of our bank accounts and retirement accounts, having everything under one roof. And I continue to work on mastering it across other areas of our lives too, even when it backfires on me like it does every now and then. Dang you, wardrobe. So when I was reading one of my favorite blogs the other day, My Money blog, the one that inspired me to start this blog, and saw that Jonathan posted about even more ways to simplify your finances, I was all about it. You can never read too many tips on bettering your financial setup. And at the very least, you walk away with some more pats on the back if you've already happened to implement them, which in this case happened for me for 6 out of the 9 tips listed. I'm not sure I agree with all of them exactly, but they're definitely all good things to consider. Here are the 9 tips to simpledom. Number 1, get down to one mutual fund. Fail. Time recommends latching on to only one target date fund, which is definitely simple. And while I have way more than I need myself at probably around 20 plus, I don't think just one is the answer either. I feel like my trusty vlogger friend Catherine has it right. She recommends people only need about 4 to 5 funds in total, but I'm in no position to argue. I just know I don't need over 20 of them and have to combine at some point in the near future. Number 2, keep 2 credit cards. Win. I love this one. One of my favorite ways to simplify because it just makes life so much easier in my opinion. I give props to those who rate Chase and get all kinds of free miles and rewards for signing up to dozens of cards a year. But to me, it just muddles everything and adds more pollution to the game plan. So I stick with my 2 credit cards, one for personal and one for business, and continue on my merry way. Number 3, pay bills online. Win. Makes life much easier. I don't know how we survived without it, though I do remember whipping out the old checkbook to pay bills at the last minute and invariably getting hit with late fees all the time. Number 4, choose one financial institution. Win. My favorite of them all. I can't tell you how much of a difference this has made over the years. No more signing into multiple accounts to find everything and remembering or losing passwords left and right too. This was by far one of the best things we've done since combining our money. Another reason to choose just one bank. It makes it easier when merging 2 lives worth of accounts. And I'll never go back to multiple accounts again, even if you get a free $50 or whatever in doing so. Number 5, automate everything. Fail and win. I'm a strong believer in automating as much of reoccurring bills as possible, especially those that are roughly the same all the time. But I don't like automating big things like mortgages or credit card bills in case something funky happens that month. Plus, I like to feel the sting of them both when manually doing it. So it's a constant reminder of how real and annoying it is. More motivation to find ways to nix them. Number 6, get overdraft protection. Win. If I ever bounce anything in my checking account, it'll go directly to my savings account and pull all remaining money, thereby avoiding any ridiculous fees for, well, doing something ridiculous myself and not managing it all correctly. Number 7, create an emergency fund. Win. Ours has fluctuated over time, but I always have backup money in case the hits the fan. I'm terrified about not having cash on me at any given point in time, and my wife even more so, 10 times more if I were to guess. Number 8, pay yourself first. Win. I can never tell if this is meant literally or figuratively, but if it is the former, then no. I like to have all my bills paid first so I can make sure my family has a roof over their heads and food in their bellies. Call me crazy. But yes, I also make sure we're paying ourselves every year by maxing out our retirement accounts too, which I think is super important, just not as much as having shelter and food. And number 9, get organized through new technologies. Fail. Unless you count credit card budgeting using technology, but we don't use mint.com or You Need a Budget or any of the other services or products out there, really, because again, I like to manually do stuff to stay on top of exactly what's going on. And I find I get lazy when things are automated, and not in a good way. For the majority of people that suck at dealing with money, I would probably advise automating as much as possible though. You just listened to the post titled 9 Tips to Simplify Your Finances by J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. The new year gets people thinking about finances, building an emergency fund, saving for a home, retirement. Done just tracking past spending? Want a tool that helps you actually achieve those goals? Set yourself up for financial success this year. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts and investments, net worth, and future planning together in one dashboard on your phone or laptop. Be aware and in control of your finances this year and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code OPTIMAL. I've been using Monarch for years. It keeps me focused on moving forward, not feeling bad about past spending. The savings projections help me make decisions that actually move the needle. Set yourself up for financial success in 2026 with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes proactive money management simple all year long. Use code OPTIMAL at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code OPTIMAL.
All these patients complaining they can't get their medicines. Insurers and PBMs are often owned by the same giant company, so middlemen, like me, decide what medicines you can get and how much you pay. But don't worry, if your prescription gets denied, we know another one that works for us. I mean, you.
Washington should stop PBMs and insurers from driving up drug costs. Learn more at phrma.org/insurer costs. Paid for by Pharma.
As J Money was reflecting on automation, it made me think of a quote from the Financial Panther who said, "My ability to save doesn't have to do with willpower or self-control. Instead, it's all about the systems I have in place to make my pool of money look as small as possible." End quote. I think this reiterates one of the key things to understand about money management. It all boils down to habits. Your habits surrounding how you spend and save money are much more impactful than the knowledge you may have about how money works. And automating your saving, budgeting, and investing is a great way to solidify those habits. For me, I set up some automation outside of my retirement contributions only after I had developed some healthier financial habits. When I was first getting control of my money, I logged into all of my accounts every 2 weeks when I got paid to monitor my spending, pay bills, and throw money at my debt. I could have automated my bills, for example, but I wanted to force myself to engage with my budget and foster more awareness around my money. Once I got a handle on it, I automated everything, and now I just check in once a month to calculate my savings rate and monitor for fraud. I share this because while I think automating is a powerful tool, it will be less useful the smaller the gap is between your income and expenses. When that gap is small, it's time to pay close attention. And a great way to increase the gap is by continually growing awareness around your spending and making adjustments. If you automate saving, for example, but then need to raid your savings account due to overspending, that automation is less impactful. And that concludes another installment of Optimal Finance Daily. Thanks always for joining. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.